homegirls and homeboys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to my fucking YouTube channel. And so I know everybody's expecting part 2 of when I lost my virginity to a girl, but I do have a different story time for you guys today, but it does include some spicy details because I know y'all are nasty. Let me put this cup down so y'all don't have to hear this ice. And I have clothes all over my bed. I literally should be folding clothes. I have promos to film, but I'm like, you know what? Let me film this YouTube video. Let me do that. Okay. So this YouTube video, I don't even know. I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna caption it, but it's literally just like a fucking like story of like a day that I had. Like that's why I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna caption this? But I think I have a caption in my head. Okay, so let me know how you guys have been though, really fast. Like drop down in the chat. How have you guys been? I missed you guys. I took a little break from my fucking sanity. But okay, so this story time takes place when I was 16. I was dating a girl. In case you guys didn't know, I feel like I have to reiterate that every video. I'm bisexual, in case you guys didn't know. So I was dating a girl. Okay, so this happened when I was 16. Where do I even start? So I met this girl, I was 16 and she was 18, and I had met her when I was 15, but like we didn't start talking and like dating and everything until I was 16, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, this whole like relationship is a fucking blur to me because she just made me want to die. So this whole relationship's kind of a blur to me. So I think I was 16 at the time of this video, but this was like when we had just like first started fucking with each other. Like I was childish as hell, she was toxic as fuck, like that. Just like keep that in mind in this story. So we had just started fucking with each other probably like 3 weeks in, and she's like, oh, let me like scoop you, like let's spend the day together. But I'm with like, she was with her friend, like her best friend. Well, that's not her best friend, like one of her really close friends, like her home skillet biscuit. So I'm like, well, if you're gonna be with your friend, let's get my homegirl, because my friend had lived really close to me. I need to give everybody code names. Okay, so my girlfriend, we will name her Orange, and then my friend will name her Rick. My friend is Rick, my girlfriend is Orange, and then the other friend will be Kermit, because bitch Kermit. Okay, so it was me. Damn, I forgot these bitches' names. Oh, it was me, Orange, and Kermit. So me, Orange, and Kermit were like, okay, like let's get my homegirl. So we had went to my friend Rick's house to pick her up, and she was at her grandma's house, I think. So we had to go to her grandma's house to pick her up. And my friend had sat like in the car, and if you knew who this girl was, we're not friends anymore, but like she was a cool ass bitch. If you knew who this bitch was, she would talk to the fucking wall. So she gets in immediately. She's like, oh, hi, Orange. Hey, to the girl, because she didn't know her name yet. She's like, hey. And then this bitch Kermit, or is this her name? Yeah, this bitch Kermit was like really rude, like to my friend Rick. She was like, hi, like just being a bitch for no reason. But my friend Rick was just like hella chill. I hope these names aren't confusing you guys. Let me know. I'll probably end up switching back to like my friend, my girlfriend, like whatever. So me and Rick, that's my friend, we were talking like the whole ride. We were going to the mall. We were talking like the whole fucking ride. Like if you know me, I talk a lot, and so did Rick. So we were just like blah, 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 the whole ride. And looking back, if I was my girlfriend, if I was Orange, I would have been like, bitch, shut up. And then Kermit was in the back with my friend, just not even saying anything. She's like she looked amazed that we could talk so much, honestly. Like she looked like she wanted us to shut the fuck up. So my homegirl's in the back talking to her, like flirting with her, and my friend was hella flirty. Like that bitch, like I said, that was a real bitch, but that's neither here nor there, whatever. So she's like talking to her, and it was just like the funniest thing ever because this bitch Kermit was so rude. She was so fucking rude, and my friend Rick was just like so like nice, like she was being nice. This bitch was rude as fuck. So we had got to the mall, and we're like, I think we had went, well, it's not really a mall, but it is. It's called the Forum Shops. So we went to the Forum Shops. Oh, I think we had went to another mall before. I don't remember. So we're just going to say we went to the Forum Shops. And I remember we were like chilling and like just like all having like fun. Like I guess like I was with my boo. Like this is a fresh like new situation. Kermit and Rick were like flirting, but like Kermit was trying to act like she wasn't fucking with Rick, but everybody knew that she was. Like they just like instantly like had like chemistry, like a little connection. Like you could peep it. Excuse me, like you could peep it. So we're walking around, and we had walked past a store, and Orange, my girlfriend, she wasn't my girlfriend at this time, but for the sake of the video, my girlfriend, she got like really emotional. We had walked past Bath and Body Works, and so her and what's her name? Her and Kermit had like walked off so Kermit could talk to her. And then when they had came back, she was on her phone, and I was looking at her phone, and she was texting her ex-girlfriend. So automatically I'm like, what the fuck is, like, bitch, like, you know, like, ugly, like, what the fuck? So then I read the messages, and this is like something that I wouldn't get mad over today, like 18-year-old mature Jordan, but 16-year-old pick a fight, be a bitch Jordan was like, what the fuck are you texting this bitch for? Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, just being ugly and annoying. So she was like texting her ex, and at this time, it's just like so many details. At this time, Orange, which is my girlfriend, had like people like staying with her, and there was like a kid. So her ex-girlfriend had said, oh, look at our son. Like, but obviously the kid wasn't their son, like, just like saying that because she had been around the kid anymore, like, before. So I'm like, this bitch is calling this kid your son. Like, I was just so mad and ugly and like dumb. Like, I was being dumb. So she was crying already, but my like self-absorbed ass, so she was crying because of me, but she was crying for a whole nother unrelated reason. Not like, oh, what the fuck? Not like to be told on here, not my business. She was crying for a whole nother unrelated reason. So I am talking to Rick, and I'm like, I'm fucking done with this bitch, blah, 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 blah. So we are like not talking to each other. We're like, me and Rick had walked up by ourselves, and Kermit and Orange had walked up by themselves. And then I guess Rick was telling, oh, not Rick, Orange was telling Kermit that she was done with me, that I'm childish as fuck, blah, 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 blah. You can never be done with this. You can never be done with this. She was telling her she's done with me. I'm childish as fuck. Like, girl, please. Girl, please. Girl, please. So, I had ended up being like, let's go talk. And we're still at the mall. So she's like, okay, like, where do you want to go talk at? Like, she did not want to fucking talk to me, and you could tell. I was like, let's go talk. So we had walked to the car. And we're like talking. Basically, she like kind of like explains to me like it's a misunderstanding. She shows me like when the messages are from. The messages are from like 3 days after we started talking. And like now that I would know that that's nothing I could be mad over. Like, but back then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm just being ugly. Like, I just can't, like, that's the only way I can describe how I was acting. I was just being ugly. So, she's like, let me make it up to you. Let me make it up to you. This bitch gave me head in the parking lot of the mall. Well, it's like a parking garage. Like, it's covered, but in the parking garage of the mall. While our friends were inside of the mall. I swear. So, that's so, like, nasty. Like, that's so nasty. So, she gave me head in the parking lot of the mall. And I forgave her. That's how dumb I was. Like, okay, I forgave you. Like, you must be really sorry. Whatever. So, I forgave her, whatever. And then I think she had, I'm trying to remember. I'm just going to say, because this is how I remember it, but I'm not sure. Either me and Rick, which is my friend, had either went back to her house, or her grandma's house, her house, or we went back to my house. But some way we ended up at somebody's house, and then me and Orange were texting, which is my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, we want to hang out with y'all like some more. So Orange comes and picks us back up. If she picked us back up, we were probably at Rick's house, because I don't think my mom knew what I was doing. I don't know. So we're probably at Rick's house. So she picks us back up or whatever. She's like, what y'all want to do? And we're like, oh, like, let's go to your house. And if you knew who Orange was, she was a little too trusting taking us to her house, because the people that didn't like her, she was just too trusting taking us to her house. We could have been trying to kill this bitch. Like, the kind of shit she was into. We could have been trying to kill this bitch, and she took us straight to her house. I don't know. So she was like, all right. So we had passed this part of my house. And I remember, oh, fuck, what's her name? Kermit had a blunt. And she had gave it to Rick, because they're in the back seat, and then me and Orange are in the front. She had gave it to Rick, and she's like, hold my shit, don't smoke it. I think she was looking for something in her bag. As soon as she gave it to Rick, my friend, Rick started smoking that shit, and she passes it up to me. So I started smoking that shit too. And fucking Kermit is like, man, what the fuck? Like, and then Orange didn't smoke because she's driving. But fucking Kermit's like, what the fuck? Like, y'all smoking my blunt, blah, blah, blah. So then she lit another one. And we're passing that bitch, except for Orange, except for Orange, my girlfriend. We're passing that shit around. We faced 2 blunts. Like, and at this time, I had smoked before, but I wasn't like no heavy ass smoker. So I'm sitting in the front feeling like a purple. I'm just feeling purple. Like, I have no other way to describe how I was feeling other than fucking purple. So I'm like high as fuck. I'm high as a bitch. We're all high as fuck except for Orange. We faced those blunts. I don't, like, I just remember, like, going in and out. Like, I was, like, calm, because now if I do that shit, I will probably have a fucking panic attack and roll over and collapse. But I was just, like, my heart was beating fast, but I was chilling, like, but I kept going in and out of consciousness. Like, I kept, like, losing my fucking, like, vision and coming back. But I was chill. So I'm, like, just high as fuck. We're all just high as fuck, like, laughing, cracking jokes. And I'm like, I'm hungry. And they're all like, yeah, we're hungry too. And it felt like we were in the fucking car forever. And I remember at one point I had asked Orange, I said, where are you taking me? Like, are you kidnapping me? Are you taking me to California? Like, because I literally have felt like I was in the car for fucking hours. Because, like, keep in mind, I said I kept going in and out. Like, I was just like I was there, but I was like I was just high. So she's like, bitch, no, I'm not taking you to California. And, like, we're all just chilling. They're high as fuck in the back seat. So we had ended up at a Taco Bell, but it was such a far one. And now that I'm looking back, I think I actually know where this Taco Bell is. I think, I'm not, like, positive, but I think I know where this Taco Bell is. But if it's the one that I think, it was just 15 minutes away from my fucking house. But in my head, I felt like I'd been in the car for, like, 3 hours. I thought this bitch had kidnapped me and took me to a fucking Taco Bell in California. This bitch kidnapped me and took me to a Taco Bell in California. She kidnapped me. So I'm like, my homegirl's in the back, she's like laughing, giggling. She's like, Jordan, what do you want? And I kid you not, I'm so sorry to whoever was working that night, because it legit took us like 15 minutes to order. Because we were so high. And Orange was trying her best to, like, communicate our orders for us, but, like, she couldn't, because we literally couldn't give her a straight answer, especially me. So they're like, Jordan, what do you want? My homegirl's like, Jordan, like, what do you want? And I go, I can tell you what I don't want. Jordan, what do you want? And I said, I can tell you what I don't want. And my homegirl's in the back, and this is when they had watermelon slushies. And my homegirl's in the back like, I miss this bitch. We had so much fun together. I definitely fucked that friendship up, but we had so much fun together, but that's neither here nor there. So my homegirl's in the back like, ooh, get her nacho fries and a watermelon slushie. She loves those. She loves the watermelon slushies. I just remember her saying that, but I'm high as fuck. So I'm like, is she really saying that? But that's what she had ordered for me. So they had, what the fuck is that? So anyway, they had ordered stuff, too, and I think what's her name ended up paying for all of us, and she didn't even like me at all. I think Kermit had ended up paying for all of us, and she didn't even like me. So I remember Kermit had gave the lady cash, and she dropped it on the ground. And the first time the lady, like, pushed her body out the window and got the stuff off the ground, and then when she was giving Kermit back her change, Kermit dropped it again, and the lady told her, you have to pick it up. Like, I don't remember. We were just so high and being so fucking annoying. The lady was so mad at us. So we get our food, and we were driving off. If you knew who Orange was, she was, like, gang affiliated. So, like, this song that came on, and she starts throwing up the little signs and singing the song, and I turned to the homegirl, and I said, oh, I'm gonna fuck her. I don't know what was going through my mind, but, like, I said it, and then Kermit's like, what'd you say? Like, did you hear her? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, just, like, gassing the shit. So, we get to Orange's house. We're high as a bitch. And the way that Orange's house was, she had, like, a pretty big house. It had, like, 2 living rooms, and they were next to each other, but they were separated by a hallway, but you could see into the living rooms. But they were, like, next to each other. There was a hallway in between them. Like, it was a little living room and then the big living room. So, what's her name? My friend, Kermit, and Rick go to the little living room, and then me and Orange go to the big living room. I'm pretty sure Kermit and Rick were kissing or doing something, and combined, these bitches had just met. Like I said, instant chemistry. Instant. So they had went to the little living room. They're doing their thug thizzle. Me and Rick had went to the, oh fuck, not Rick. Me and Orange had went to the big living room, and we're kissing. She's like feeling on me, and we're just like, and then at this time, we had came from fucking Rick's house, I remember. Like I said, remember when I said, I don't know whose house we came from, mine or Rick's? We came from Rick's because Rick's phone was off, and her mom kept calling me to see where we were. At this point, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, no lie. Because her mom kept calling me to see where we were. And I kept telling her, like, your mom's calling me. And she kept telling me to ignore her mom. And I was like, okay. Like, this is not my fucking mom. You know her better than me. So I ignored her like she told me to. So we're, like, kissing, whatever. And we had fell asleep. So by the time we wake up, it's probably, like, 2:30 in the morning. Her mom has called me a gazillion times. Her mom has texted me on Messenger, called me on Messenger. I'm like, oh, I almost said this bitch's real name. I'm like, Rick, wake up. Like, screaming from the living room. Not screaming, but, like, you know, oh, my God. And I fucking forgot. When we walked into Orange's house, she's like, you have to come meet my dad. So I'm high as fuck. I had to meet her dad. I walk in her dad's room, I stepped on something, I'm high as fuck, and I just start laughing, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. Her dad turned on the light and just looked at me and was like, nice to meet you. So I forgot that part of the fucking story. Like I said, there was just so many details. Like, this night was just fucking ridiculous. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. So it's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm telling this bitch, like, wake the fuck up. Rick, wake your ass up. I wake the girl up that's laying on me. I wake Orange up. I'm like, you need to take us back to her house. Like, her mom is calling me. We need to go back. Keep in mind, we are like 16. And I'm older than Rick. So Rick was 15. She was in my grade and everything. Her birthday was just late as fuck. So Rick was only 15. I was 16. So I'm like, we need to go. We need to ski fucking daddle now. So she starts driving us home. We walk in the house. I'm like scared as hell her mom's gonna like fucking kill us. Her mom was asleep. But yeah, like that was the night that happened. Like literally that night. I think about that night all the fucking time because it was just so funny. And now I don't like talk to any of those people anymore. Well, I talked to one of them, but not like really. But like I don't really talk to any of those people anymore. And I just thought that night was so fun. So I think I know what I'm gonna caption is probably like I got head in the mall parking lot, or like and kidnapped to take in California. I don't know, because that's what really was happening to me. I thought I was getting kidnapped. But yeah, girl, it was crazy. So let me know if y'all like this story, homeboys and homegirls. Let me know what story times y'all want to see from me next, what videos y'all want to see from me next. Click the post notification bell so you don't ever miss a post. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. My Instagram is jordanairiyah. My Twitter and my TikTok are Jordan from Vegas with a Z. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and get this video to like, I don't know, like 500 likes or something. Let's keep it cute. Let's keep it cute, you know what I mean? But all right, bye, homegirls and homeboys.